Hey, what is going on, you guys? It's Junior bringing you another video today. And today we are doing another lore video. And in this lore video, we'll be discussing Rasputin. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, Rasputin, as you know, is a war mind, and a very silent war mind and a mysterious war mind, as we know from the game. But question is, there is lore behind him, but he's done many things. And anyway, so let me get in first. Who is Rasputin? Well, you know who Rasputin is from game. He's a war mind. What is it? Well, a war mind is an artificial intelligence, well, in the name war mind, who has the power to control doomsday weapons and protocols to protect humanity. Now, Rasputin has a ton of protocols, and I might go over them somewhat during the end. So let's start with the Golden Age. Rasputin was created during the Golden Age, and the reason why? Well, probably because if humanity ever needed saving, Rasputin would save humanity. Now, it wasn't just Rasputin would save humanity on Earth, because there's many other war minds from Mars, Moon, Venus, and other planets to protect that there. But they have supposedly been destroyed, and Rasputin is the last standing, but we don't know. One of the war minds we know of, which is on Mars, Malahayati, the Mars war mind who, well, was in my Siva Lore video, was protecting Chen and all that, but we know he or she or that war mind is on Mars. Now, so yeah, the Golden Age, all that, it was safe until the collapse happened, and Rasputin was the first seer. Well, I say seer, was the first person who knew the darkness was coming. He saw the darkness coming. So what did he do? He activated all his protocols and all the protocols to save humanity, and well, they failed. Yep, they failed. So all his protocols failed, and they did not understand why, and the darkness came in, and the collapse happened, and and it went on into the Dark Age. But then, with Rasputin's, well, we're not with Rasputin's, but with the war mind's failures, they activated a protocol called Yuga Sundown, that's it, which stops all humanity protocols to go into Midnight Exigent. Now, if you don't know what Midnight Exigent is, Midnight Exigent was a Midnight Exigent was a protocol that stopped all humanity protocols and completely shut down the war minds, put them to sleep. That's why people think he was supposedly destroyed during the collapse, because everything failed and Rasputin just didn't protect humanity anymore. Neither did the other war minds, they just shut down. Now, the other war minds, they might have been destroyed, but Rasputin was still alive, and they just shut down. He just shut down for ages and ages and ages and ages. That's why I believe Saladin says the Vanguard still believe him to be a war mind, but he hasn't been that for a very long time. So yeah, all that happened, and Rasputin just went to sleep. And why did they do this? Well, selfish things. I don't know what to say, but selfish things. It's for their own survival. Now, yes, you want a war mind thing, but think about it. You stop to save humanity for your own survival, and that's just selfish. That's just like every man for himself, man. Now, so then he did, but Rasputin had a plan. He thought that the Traveler would try to escape. Now, as you know, the Fallen well, the Traveller escaped from Fallen area, and that's why the Fallen are here to try to get their great machine back, or the Traveller. Yeah. So Rasputin got his best weapons, and the protocol was, I cannot remember, I think it was, what was it now? Abhorrent Imperative, which was basically, if humanity was threatened with extinction, and like I said, the Traveller tried to escape, well, then he would get his best weapons and open fire on the Traveller. That's why the Traveller goes silent. That's why the Traveller hadn't speak. Now, the Traveller's probably silent and crippled because of the darkness, but the main reason why it doesn't move and it's really crippled is because of Rasputin and how his threat to open fire on the Traveller has sort of, you could say, worked. That's why he says, prevent a weird symbol with an O in the middle from departure by any means available. Now, so basically, I think that means the Traveller, because it does say eventually, like with breach with weird O symbol energy. But yeah, so that's why it's sort of believed to be that symbol by a lot of people. And yeah, so that was invoked. So that's why, if you were wondering why the Traveller's so crippled. Now, it does come a step closer to believing Rasputin's evil. And, you know, I don't think he's evil, but one thing for sure, he's not our ally. And it does say somewhere that he isn't our ally. Rasputin, guys, don't remember, he's not our enemy and he's not our ally. So yeah, he's in between, and he's not a war mind really anymore after he failed, so he can't do anything really. Well, he can, but his protocols just failed, so he didn't protect humanity anymore. So yeah, and that was it for Rasputin, but Rasputin did awake again, and that was none other than a time when warlords would, well, now Rasputin, I'm jumping a bit too ahead, right? Rasputin, blah blah. No, I don't think it was Rasputin. But right, okay. After all that, the Traveller created the ghosts. Guardians came in, but it wasn't Guardians. It was warlords, or as we know them now, Iron Lords. I jump ahead too much. Now, about 100 Iron Lords entered an area. Well, I don't think it was called the Plague Lands then, but yeah, it probably was. Entered an area called the Plague Lands. Now, Rasputin suddenly awoke and knew they were coming for Siva. And it actually says in one of the Grimoire cards, Site 6 has been breached by unauthorized users with the Traveller thing energy. I'm invoking Palisade Imperative. Life forms, Traveller life forms in restricted areas will be suppressed. Siva use authorized, self-destruct, disengaged, security codes reset, all defenses activated, frames activated, replicate, eliminate, immunize. Now, so he authorized the use of Siva. Now maybe it could be used for military use, but how did he do that? And that's the question of coming to, does Rasputin control Siva? It's a yes, and it's a no. Now, because Axis controls Siva, but is Rasputin the big guy behind Axis? Now, yeah, like I said, it's a no, and it's a yes, really, because it's a question whether Rasputin does control Siva. Now, you can see the War Mind symbol, or the Rasputin symbol. Now, I don't know if it's a Rasputin symbol, or just a War Mind symbol in general, scattered across the replication chamber. Now, about this, if it is just a War Mind symbol, then that will back up another theory that I have. Now, so yeah, so now, there's two questions. Well, okay, my gosh. I can't speak today. Saladin said that 100 Iron Lords entered the Plague Lands and only 9 made it to the replication chamber. Rasputin's defenses had done the worst of that. So Rasputin activated his defenses, and they were that good that they annihilated 100 Iron Lords. Well, that protocol that he activated definitely didn't fail. So yeah, it was pretty much activated. Meh. Yeah, so 100, only 9 made it to the replication chamber, and these were the ones we know today, like Felwinter, Yolder, all of that. But Rasputin still continued to try to get his defenses, but he also unleashed the use of siva. How did he do this? Like I said, don't know. And the Iron Lords just couldn't fight siva. Until then, Yolder locked down the replication chamber, and she blew it up with the other Iron Lords inside. Now, so yeah, it's a question to come. Did Rasputin kill the Iron Lords because he didn't want them getting hold of siva for some reason? Did the Iron Lords, no, did he not want them, did he activate defenses because they were entering restricted areas? Or did he activate the defenses because he was warning the Iron Lords about siva? Who knows? I really do think Rasputin does have something maybe to do with the darkness. I don't know why, but Rasputin, well, I know why, because he does seem to be a little bit mysterious and just silent. Silent being, basically a silent god. Well, I saw stuff and I meant silent god, and that was apparently one of his protocols. So, was Rasputin a silent god among siva, among the darkness? But the question remains, who actually created Rasputin? Because maybe it's not Rasputin himself, the darkness. Rasputin didn't just create himself. Who created Rasputin? Now, he was the first comer to see the first comer. He was the first the first war mind to detect siva, the darkness. I cannot speak today. Yeah, to detect the darkness. Now, so yeah, why did he kill all the Iron Lords? And he doesn't manage to kill a bunch of Fallen or all that, but he manages to annihilate some warlords with the Traveler's Light. Like seriously, he doesn't manage to annihilate Fallen, Hive, all of them. Hive is understandable. Some of the Vex, I don't know, but he doesn't manage to annihilate all of them, and we can annihilate them in seconds. But he manages to annihilate some top-of-the-line warlords. But anyway, you know that story about siva. Now, Now, if you look at the siva symbol, my friend who to H found this out actually. If you look at the siva symbol and then look at the Rasputin symbol, no. Look at the Rasputin symbol first, then look at the siva symbol. If you break away some of the Rasputin symbol, it's actually on a bond which you get from the Sepic's chest for a warlock. It changes the Rasputin symbol into a siva symbol, and it actually becomes clear that the siva symbol, if you look at it, is actually a broken symbol to the Warmind. So yeah, either they took it off the Warmind, or maybe Rasputin does control siva. Now I have a theory that siva was one of Rasputin's unused protocols, or the Traveler's backup. Think about it. It has the ability to replicate, remain dormant on long voyages. It has the ability to create things. All of that has the ability to even kill things, the nanites. But maybe it was either a traveler's backup plan, or was it Rasputin's now backup long lost protocol, or unused protocol? Because in my Siva Lore video, or in the Siva Lore, now Chen Lan Chu says, what if it could be used for military use? But Siva was never intended to be used for military use. It was locked away behind a replicator for ages. Now, I think, or possibly, Rasputin was put in charge to protect it. So maybe Rasputin was the protector of, maybe Rasputin was built by Clovis Bray Laboratories. Now then, so basically, so yeah, maybe it was created by CB Laboratories and Rasputin was there to protect it, and it was given to Rasputin then as partially, secretly, has his own protocol. So that's why he was trying to protect it. But why would he use it against warlords? Maybe because they were going to get a hold of it. But he seriously didn't want anyone getting a hold of Siva. And maybe, well, once Siva's given a directive, it won't stop until given a new directive. And when it says replicate, eliminate, immunize, Siva has a command as well. Consume, enhance, replicate. And it sounds like that. So I believe Rasputin also, that was his protocol. Replicate, eliminate, immunize. Because if you think about it, maybe the command was the replicate, eliminate, immunize, but the effect is consume, enhance, replicate. So yeah. But maybe, like I said about Rasputin controlling, if all of this was given to Rasputin as a protocol, Siva was then disengaged to be used as technology to make stuff, because we never saw, I don't think it was ever seen in the Golden Age, but we don't know that. But instead was used as a protocol for Rasputin. Or, yeah, and the only controller who can control its directives is Rasputin. Because once Siva's given a directive, it won't stop until given a new directive, and its new director is, Axis, or is Rasputin secretly behind Axis? Now, Rasputin might have gone silent again, and that's how they managed to get a hold of Siva, and the Iron Lords did. Or if you want to go deep into thinking Rasputin is super, super evil, maybe Rasputin let them get Siva. Now, I do have a quick theory. If you go to the replication chamber and look at the main construct, it looks like the War Mind construct. So, yeah, what if Siva itself is a War Mind, but controlled by a War Mind? So there's two ways you can go. You can either say Siva is just a nanotechnology, which it is, and it just works by itself. Rasputin controls Siva, or Siva is a war mind by itself. But just bear in mind that the Rasputin symbol is the Siva symbol is a broken Rasputin symbol. Now, a lot of this, guys, was just speculation. The first part of it about Rasputin's protocols and all of that and what he did isn't really speculation, it's actually kind of what happened. Now, Rasputin will be talked about a lot more, like his protocols, because there is a lot of protocols going on. And again, if you really want to delve deeper on thinking Rasputin is really evil, why didn't he let the Traveler leave? Well, we pretty much know why, because he wants to protect humanity. Well, he wants the Traveler to protect humanity and have the Guardians. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video today. If you like what you see on this channel, don't forget to drop a like below, subscribe to give me a Don't forget to drop a like below, comment to give me ideas, and subscribe if you haven't already. I can't speak today, and I'll see you all in the next video.